I'm Sam.
And I'm Greg.
We're human beings. And we like movies.
We'll be doing reviews of brand new releases,
Old classics,
entire sagas,
and even TV shows and video games.
This is Reaction Time. You need to do a beatbox at the beginning of one of these.
Ready?
Set.
Go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 11th episode of Reaction Time Podcast. I'm Craig, and I'm here with Sam.
Sam, and I'm here with Greg.
We don't plan this out before we start, we're just talking.
And it's fine.
Sometimes it goes poorly.
Yeah, but that's the best ones. Today, we are talking about Get Out.
Sorry, man.
Okay.
Get out! Yo, shoot it. Get out!
And I'm super excited to see what Sam thinks because this is, well, I'm just going to give you my score right off the bat.
Okay.
This is a 9.9 out of 10 for me.
That is crazy high.
Yeah. This is honestly one of my all-time favorite movies.
Wow.
Maybe not top 5 though,
Okay.
but still
Wow. Okay.
like super good.
Okay.
Sam.
This movie came out exactly 6 years ago today. On
Nice.
February 24th, 2017. You want to know my score out of 10?
Yeah.
This was like a 2 out of 10 for me.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, I'm kidding. This was so good.
Okay.
This was like a I just wanted to see your reaction.
I severely had like a panic attack.
I just knew you loved this movie, and I told somebody at work today, I was like, I'm going to tell him that I hated it just to see what he says.
That was horrible.
This was like a high 9 for me, like 9.5 probably.
Yeah.
Again, so much fun watching this. A different type of fun than what I had like with Chronicle or with this was. I was gonna say this was more similar in fun to like The Impossible, but even worse and more fun but worse fun.
It's fun, but you're like uncomfortable the whole time during this movie.
Absolutely.
And I love that.
I do want to give myself some credit. I'm usually pretty good at like calling what's about to happen. And I did a pretty good job.
Nice.
Not because it was necessarily predictable, but I think I was just doing good that day.
Nice.
And so I was able to
you slapped the truck and said, that's not going anywhere.
I said, that's not going anywhere. And it did not go anywhere.
Okay.
I watched this movie with Courtney.
Yep.
And she really liked it.
Yep, she told me.
Oh, did she tell you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked her, I was like, you can't tell me what Sam thought, but I need to know what you thought. And she was like, I love that movie.
It was so good.
And it's not really a scary movie at all.
No.
You have a couple like jump scare type things, but it's more, I don't even know the genre because I wouldn't say intense.
It's thriller.
It is. Yeah, but it's different because it literally gives you this just unsettling feeling almost the entire movie.
It would be like
different than a thriller.
It's a suspenseful thriller would probably be like the category that it's thrown into.
Yeah.
Because it's not a thriller as much as like I Am Legend, World War Z. Those for me, when I think of like thriller, those are the first movies that come to my mind, even though those are probably like a different subcategory. But this is like, it's not horror because there's no like paranormal or possession or ghosts or like any of that kind of stuff. It's just your classic thriller. Or like, what's that movie? Disturbia? Is that what it's called with Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah.
That's a thriller.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So yeah, that's what this movie is.
And a slight comedy too.
And
Dude, there's
and a good amount of comedy.
Oh, yeah. There's some funny parts.
But not too much. Like I wouldn't consider this a comedy, but it had the perfect amount of comedic relief in it.
You want to know the funniest thing about this movie?
What?
It won a award for best comedy when it came out that year. Yeah. It's the dumbest thing in the entire world. I don't know.
Who gave the award? Is it an Oscar?
Oh, yeah, it was an Oscar. Yeah. For like best comedy.
Are stupid.
I mean, it is funny, but it's not a comedy.
It's like giving Taylor Swift like album of the year. Like it's not.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
It's not a good album.
No.
So it's like, why would you give her that? You know?
It's like giving Beyonce the electronic album of the year, Grammys. Yeah, she just won electronic album of the year. Beyonce. Yeah.
Yo, the academies that give people awards are
so rigged.
So stupid.
When Justin Bieber and Skrillex win for best collaboration against Mark Ronson and Bruno Mars' Uptown Funk, you know it's just wrong. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. That's one of the best collabs ever. It's so good.
It's all dumb.
Anyways.
It's all stupid.
Yeah. So,
but
Get Out.
Yeah, Get Out.
We're not telling you to get out, okay?
Don't get out.
That's just the name of the movie.
Stay in.
Yeah, stay in.
Stay in. Stay a while.
Stay in to the podcast.
This movie was... I wasn't like clenched up like I am with some suspenseful movies like this.
Yeah.
But the whole time I was like, no. It was just like that the whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just like, wanted things to happen that couldn't happen, and it was fun.
It was a fun movie.
It was a fun watch.
100% recommend it.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it.
Yes. Big recommend.
It's very good. If you have seen Us, Jordan Peele's Us, and you didn't love it too much, give this movie a shot.
This is different enough.
It's way different.
Yeah.
Because Us was more scary, you know?
Yep.
And we're really talking about Us, but like Us is more like the, philosophical type, like, I can't think of the word that I'm trying to think of, but just like hidden meanings. That's what I'm trying to get at, There's definitely stuff in this movie, but it's much easier to decipher.
Yeah.
I love.
This movie was like a really realistic feeling thriller, but just over the top a little bit with like how realistic it is. Because like there are movies, like thriller movies, where it's like basically it's just like a normal person's trying to like break into your house or something and kidnap you. And like that's basically as like realistic as a thriller can get, right? This is like one step backwards from realism.
Yeah.
But still like realistic enough to be like more, it's almost more freaky because it's almost like, oh, this could happen in the real world.
Yeah, it could
like,
be realistic.
Yeah. So that's what makes it more scary than like what a horror movie would be.
Yeah.
So
okay. Do you have any things that you wanted to say that were spoiler free?
No,
you really don't want to talk about this movie because going in blind is like, don't watch a trailer.
Yeah, don't watch a trailer. Don't like just go watch it. Which we say that about most movies, but
I know,
still,
but definitely
it's more fun
for this one.
It's way more fun.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie and trust nobody.
Trust nobody. Yeah. Not even yourself. Yeah.
Nobody. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's an awesome movie. Done very, very well. The acting was really good. The story was really great.
Yeah.
Which are pretty much the two big things. Score was great, as per usual.
Visuals were great.
Everything was really good.
Everything was really good.
Basically. So this movie is a high scoring movie for me for sure.
Yeah.
So go watch it.
Okay.
Let's get into spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler time. Okay. Dude, Rod is the best.
Yeah.
I love Rod.
I love him just so much. The very, very end. By the way, we are in spoilers now, and I'm about to spoil literally the end of the movie. Yeah. So please, if you're like fumbling with your phone to like try to pause it, I'm gonna give you just a second, but I'm about to spoil it. Bro, when he saves him at the end, and he's like,
I'm a
TS mother effing A. Just like
we handle crap. Consider this crap effing handled.
Okay, so I'm kind of gonna work backwards on this movie a little bit for just a second. For some reason, I love that this was a happy ending.
Yeah,
I would almost 100% expect a sad ending.
There's actually an alternate ending.
Is there really?
Yeah, on the disc. And he gets arrested by the police.
Oh, see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's lame.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
And he like goes to jail, and Rod like visits him in jail and stuff.
Well, first of all, the entire movie, start to finish, is phenomenal.
Yes.
Second of all, the ending is so good.
It's so good.
I'm gonna be speechless probably during this because like just literally every single thing about this movie was just so good.
Mm-hmm.
The main actor, whose name is
I don't know.
Ching Bong.
I know he's Black Panther.
Yeah, he's in Black Panther.
Yeah.
He's the douchebag in Black Panther who like betrays his friend because he's an idiot.
He is incredible.
Even some of the side characters did so good. So for example, the maid.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of getting into
Georgina.
acting already. No, I don't want to talk about that yet.
I want to talk about it when we get into our scores. The acting really bad. Yeah. Let's go through our scores.
We're going to go through our scores, and then we'll say everything else after. Because I have so many points, and I don't want to have to like do that thing I do where I talk about one thing 70 times.
Okay. Like skewering people.
Okay.
So, visuals then.
His name is Daniel Kaluuya.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know his name. I just knew he was in Black Panther. So, visuals for me, everything looks awesome. When he's in the sunken place, And I love that shot where it's black with like, almost looks like stars or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then he is like dressed in like, it's not white, it's like a gray, but he is like, it's like not transparent. What's the, the black, white contrast. But
yeah, okay.
I don't know the word I'm trying to think of. He's like,
He's contrasty.
yeah, that's not the word. What's the word I'm trying to think of?
I'm trying to figure out what you're saying.
Well, just him in the background, he pops. I don't know. I can't think of the word. I don't know. Contrasted.
He's contrasted. Like against the back.
Yeah. That's not there's a cooler word for it. Anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love that shot.
Yeah.
That shot is so cool. And when he just like, I don't know why it's like a little mini television, but it's fine, whatever. But like, yeah, when he looks up and everything and she's just like, now you're in the sunken place. Like such a cool looking scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The cinematography was amazing.
Yes.
The shot choices were so good. A lot of the symbolism, maybe not symbolism, but just like little choices about things were cool. Courtney pointed out that when they have the party and all the old people come, everybody's got something red on.
Oh.
Everybody. Every single person
really
has a red handkerchief or a red shirt or a red lipstick, or every single one of those white people have red on.
Oh.
And then
that's cool.
I don't know if it's at that time or if it's later. His girlfriend, maybe she's already wearing it, but then she has a red and white striped shirt on. So it's just it's literally like every single person has red. It's just like
cool.
It's just really interesting.
Yeah.
So I do want to say, well, I guess we're talking about visuals.
Yeah, we're talking about visuals.
Anyways, special effects were close to non-existent except for in the sunken place.
Yeah.
But then just like, I mean, his movies are just...
They're so
really,
good looking.
Really good.
Yeah. They're shot so well.
No, I have zero complaints about the visuals on this one.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely nothing. I'm going to give this a 200.
Me too. Yeah, 200. Everything was perfect.
Everything was perfect.
Yeah.
And they got fake blood right.
They did.
Why do people struggle with fake blood?
I don't know.
There's so much reference in the world. You can get it yourself if you want to for free. What were we watching? Courtney and I were watching something recently. I can't remember how old this thing was, but it's ketchup.
Okay.
Like it is 100% ketchup. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, how hard is this? But yeah, visuals, his shot choices, his color grading, the lighting, just literally everything is so meticulously thought out and perfect. And I love that about it. It's just visually pleasing the whole time. So
the way he pans with certain things,
like kind of some of the jump scare-ish stuff. Like for example, when Georgina just like walks across in the background, it was great, you know? And one of my favorite just visual things, and I don't know why, when he goes out at night and you just see the guy sprinting at him.
Okay, you want to know
do you want
to know why that movie is in there? Do you want to know why that scene's in there?
Why?
It actually has a purpose. What? So, I know.
Okay, yeah, because I wanted to... I asked that at the end. I was like, what does this have... Like, why was he running so fast? Okay.
So I've seen this movie like 10 times. So, and I've done a lot of like research and theories on it. Cool. Okay, so he's the grandpa, right?
Are the grandparents dead?
Yes.
So their consciousness
they put their brains into the two black people.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's a couple parts, but they're going to be in the story. So he is the grandpa. Okay. And if you remember when he's giving the tour to Chris, the dad he talks about his dad being in the race and he loses to a black guy. He is getting his redeeming arc by running past him and like winning the race. Isn't that the coolest thing in the entire world? Like most people don't have no idea.
Oh my gosh.
That's what it's for. But that is exactly why that scene is in there. Because he is getting his redemption by running past him and winning the race that he lost. Because remember he says he was like, it must have been heartbreaking for him. He's like, yeah, he never got over it. That is why it's in there.
Oh,
isn't that so cool?
Goodness.
That's so cool. This movie is amazing, dude.
Okay, anyway, yeah. So, when it pans over to him sprinting, at first I'm like, what?
Oh, dude, it's terrifying.
It's so much scarier than it has any right to be.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not scary.
No.
But it is so scary. I don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
It honestly made me feel something that like, I don't know if I've felt before. Like, I don't know what that feeling is. It's just like, I'm
gonna die.
It's coming straight at the camera.
He's coming out of the
he's
TV.
He's going to run right out of the TV, and I don't know what he's going to do. And it's almost scarier that he just runs past him.
Right.
Because I was fully expecting him to attack him, and then he runs past, and that's way scarier than if he had.
He's just winning his race.
So yeah, shot choices and everything, just so good, so good.
Yeah.
Do you have any other visual things to say?
Let's see.
I have 0 notes for the visuals, but I mean, I loved them.
Yeah. No, I don't think I have anything for the visuals in all of my notes. So there are other like story beats or acting or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, what's next?
Story.
So this is very minor critiques.
Okay.
These are the only critiques, and this is the only reason why I gave it a 9.9 out of 10. There are 2 moments that and only seeing it so many times, it just doesn't quite make sense. Seeing it this time, it made sense a little bit more. But the beginning, there's not really a purpose to that when he comes and just kidnaps the black guy in the street at the very beginning.
Well,
because
yeah, that's true.
Because she's the one that gets all of the dates and everything like that and brings him in. But rewatching it this time, when he's talking to the blind guy in the TV, he says it's like very small. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe this makes sense now. He says, you're one of the lucky ones because I hear Jeremy's more brutal ways of getting you here is not fun. So I think there is times where he will go out and just like straight up kidnap somebody.
Yeah.
Where she like pulls him in.
Is it possible that the lady because he was the one that was married to the lady later, right?
I don't think that's Andre.
It's not?
I don't think so. It might be. He didn't look quite similar.
Well, he had been shaved.
Yeah, that's true.
And dressed different. I thought it was the same guy.
Okay,
if it's the same guy, my thought was
that makes
maybe
sense.
she had previously picked him out.
Yeah.
And wanted them to kidnap him for her. But.
Okay. And then the other thing that, and again, it's so little, but where he thought through so many scenes, it was a little weird. Almost at the very end, when the grandpa is running towards him and gets him in like a chokehold, and he pulls his phone out and does a flash.
Oh yeah.
She's like right behind him and knows that a flash gets him out of his, hypnotism.
Yeah.
So when he turns around and is like, I'll do it myself, I was like, but how did you not see the flash? It's pitch black outside, right?
Right.
How did you not see the flash of the phone? Why would you willingly give up the gun, right? Again, very small little points.
Yeah.
But everything else is just fantastic. All the story beats are so cool. I love the, kind of when it unfolds what they're doing. It's like you said, could be kind of realistic.
Yeah.
So basically they are kidnapping. It's not necessarily black people. They're just kidnapping people, but a lot of the people that want to be kidnapped are black people because they want a certain thing. They want to be cool. They want to be strong. They want to be good at, sports or whatever, something like that. Yeah. And so they take their brain out of the current white person and transfer it over to the black person. So basically the white person controls them, but they're in the black person's body. Right. And they're all hypnotized and everything like that. And so it's kind of one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's not real, but at the same time,
that's the only part of it that's like kind of not realistic. Because like even the hypnotism, depending on what you believe about hypnotism, but it's been proven to be relatively real-ish. Some of it. So, anyways, what would you give the story?
So it's hard because I have those little meticulous things, but then there's other parts. Like I don't know if you caught this when they're giving the tour at the beginning. And he brings him to the kitchen, and Georgina's standing there. It's the first time you see her. Yeah. And he's like, this was my mom's favorite place, and we keep a little piece of her in here. And it's because she's literally in Georgina.
I did not catch that.
Dude, there are so many little moments like that where it's just like, dude,
cool.
Jordan Peele, what the hell, man?
Yeah, I know, right?
What are you?
He's a genius.
So I would give it a 198.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's great.
I also have pretty minor critiques. One critique I have, and I have this about a lot of movies that do this exact same thing. Is it Rod or Ron?
Rod.
Rod. When he goes to the police and they don't believe him.
Yeah.
And they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
Because it's like so rarely would the police be like, that's so funny. Like, I'm not even going to look into
somebody
it.
Missing.
And I have this picture of this missing person.
Yeah.
And it's like,
that's true.
So that bugs me.
Yeah.
And then that was really the only story beat that bugged me.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess the only other thing was that he didn't try to get out a little sooner. But at the same time, it's like, as a viewer, you like kind of immediately are like, something's weird. I got to get out of here. But like, if you're there, maybe you're like, oh, this is kind of strange. But
it's your girlfriend,
whatever,
right? Whatever.
New family, stuff like that. So
you don't want to lose her. So
so I don't want to take off too much for that. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else as far as story goes. Like,
the other thing I had is he glances at the little room under the stairs or whatever, a little hubby thing, and he doesn't go in there. And then when he's like needing to leave right then and there, he just decides to go and check what's in there.
So it's like,
why didn't you check before?
It's the classic making stupid decisions in a horror movie type thing. That was just like,
but they're pretty rare this time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're pretty rare.
Yeah.
And I really like just the way that every single character is kind of introduced. I really like when you first see the groundskeeper, you're immediately like,
there's something up.
Some weird. And then you see the maid and you're like, something's up. Like immediately you're like, something's off. I don't know what it is. So it was very good. I'm going to give it a 189.
Okay.
Just with those like few complaints about like classic like horror movie stuff.
That makes sense.
Like I mentioned, but everything else, like the story as a whole, I love. I think it was really cool. So
I forgot about when he goes to the police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just stuff like that. But other than that, really good story. One thing, I guess I'll bring this up in the story that I love. So there are a lot of those like just little details and stuff. And I thought about this later. And this, I don't know if anybody had ever thought about this, but the blind guy who's getting this, he's in the middle of getting his surgery done.
Right.
When the doctor gets killed.
Yeah.
And then the movie ended, and a few hours later, I was like, he's gonna wake up.
No, because remember, it caught fire. Yeah, because he hits. That's the other thing. He's like doing surgery by candlelight. Remember? So he hits the guy, the dad, right? Yeah. With the deer. Oh, dude,
I forgot.
That scene.
Okay,
so
that's another thing about the writing, because one of the first things that the dad says is like, I think every time a deer dies, it's a win or whatever. And
deer
then he gets killed by the deer.
Yep. It's so good.
But dang, that sucks. Yeah, so
I was thinking he hits the candle and then you start to see the flame just very quickly.
Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, he's gonna wake up and the top of his head's gonna be missing, and he's gonna be blind, and he's gonna be alone. And that's such a bummer. Out. But he burned to death, so never mind.
Yeah, he burned to death.
So yeah, there was just a lot of little details that I think were really, really fun.
Oh, and how was Jeremy alive? Dude, he got hit in the head twice and there was just blood pouring out, and then all of a sudden he's just like,
he's a strong cookie.
Nope. I got via some adrenaline cookie. Even though my head was bleeding like crazy.
Yeah. But it was, I love the story.
Yeah. Okay. Acting.
600-700.
Yeah. Easy.
Like maybe 9, 12, maybe 70, 100.
Maybe a million.
A million.
Yeah.
It was all just perfect.
My favorite scene in this entire movie, and is probably one of my all-time favorite scenes, is the mom and him when she's hypnotizing him. That is probably one of the best acted scenes of all time. I mean,
so good.
Just the way he could make his face look, I don't even know, like with his eyes and everything. And I mean, he looked like he was genuinely just crying, and she's just sitting there like just stirring her tea, and the two of them, I would give that, even if the rest of the acting sucked, I would still give it a 200 for that scene alone.
Yeah, and that scene, like I feel like that image of him like sitting there like shocked and crying and stuff is pretty iconic, because like when that showed up, I was like, oh, I've seen that. Like I know what that is. Like I didn't know that I knew what it was, but I had seen it before. I think my favorite acted moment is actually the maid, Georgina.
Oh my God, when she's like, no.
Is it that? It's when she's
coming in about the unplugged phone.
Yeah, and it's acted so well, because you can tell she's trying to talk.
You can tell the black person in her is trying to come out.
And she's crying, but she's smiling. That I think was just like, that's one of those like elite acting moments that I put up there with like in Harry Potter when Helena Bonham Carter she's acting as Hermione, acting as Bellatrix.
Yeah, that's so good.
Like it's stuff like that where I'm just
good.
like, oh, you have unlocked like a new acting level or something. So she's being like the happy maid, but she's also sobbing because she's so sad, and she's also being the grandma, but she's also trying to talk out the actual person that she is and trying to tell him to leave, but she can't.
Yeah.
I don't know how you find that in your soul.
I have no idea
do that,
how she did that.
Amazing. So
it's so good.
I'm giving the acting 200.
Oh yeah. I'm giving it a 201.
I'm going to let you.
No, just give it 200.
Okay, fine. Just like all of it. And the girlfriend, her acting was just like pretty normal.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, normal girl. And then when she flips, I'm like, dude, she's just so good. Because she just on a dime is just like, you didn't really think I was going to give you the keys.
Yeah, she's just like, whoop, she just shows up the keys. Yeah.
She's just like all of a sudden just like a demon. And I'm just like, man, like everybody in this movie is just flawless.
I almost hurt the visuals one point because when she's eating the Fruit Loops and then takes a sip of the milk, I want to die.
Wait, why?
Because nobody eats cereal that way. I'm sorry.
Actually, I have done that sometimes.
You need to just, we're no longer friends.
Sometimes you need some liquid and you don't want to wait till you're all the way done. And the milk sometimes tastes so good. So you just take a little, it's just like a little swig.
It's the fact that it's a separate cup with a straw and a bowl of cereal. And she takes a bite of the cereal and then she takes 3 sips of the milk.
Oh, wait, I didn't realize that.
Order.
I remembered it being in the bowl. Oh, no, that's psychotic. Never mind.
No, she's insane.
No, she is psychotic.
And they do that perfectly, right? Because they're meaning to make her be insane.
Yeah.
But on that note, she just like looks up like black people on Bing. Like,
yeah.
But it's like a sport person. How's she going to get that guy?
That's what I'm wondering. I'm like,
where do they find
you're
these
like
people?
a sweet, like 6.5 out of 10. Like you're not like the hottest girl on earth. You're not just gonna go like score like a top tier college athlete. But okay, whatever you want.
Yeah. No, she's psychotic.
I want to watch this movie over and over again and try to pick out. I'll probably end up watching several YouTube videos about like hidden meanings and symbolisms and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to.
Man, the acting was
really good.
so good.
Acting was incredible.
I don't have much more to say, honestly, about the acting, but it was just phenomenal.
That was the other part that I wanted to bring up was Georgina when she goes insane, but you brought it up. It's just really cool. I honestly have no idea how she portrayed that so perfectly.
Yeah.
Just that like internal turmoil of like trying to come out, but then you can see she finally like bottles it back down when she smiles and she's like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
She's like, the Armitages are so good to us.
So
but she's crying and you're like,
freaky, dude. It gives you like the goosies, man. It's just... It's intense.
Why she's not in something else, I have no idea because she is insane.
Is so good.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the score?
So I love the score in the Sunken Place. Is it like a freaking cello or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, really good.
The jump scare noises are really good.
Yeah, and they're a little unique.
Yeah.
They're not quite exactly what because it's usually like a high like violin or string sound. That's like
it was almost like a piano.
It was different. It was a little. I noticed immediately when it happened. I was like, oh, that's really good and a little different.
And then when he's running towards him, it's like, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Chaos is building.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you give it?
I'm gonna give it like probably 190.
Okay.
Because it was really, really good. I think it was just too scarce.
Yeah, there wasn't a ton.
There wasn't a lot, and maybe...
They're doing the bingo thing, and there's kind of something in the background.
Yeah, maybe could have used like a little bit more, but still very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give it a 190.
Okay. I'll give it a 192.
Okay.
Yeah, just to up you. I really like that Sunken Place. That whole just scene of him falling and the music and everything is
it's really cool.
Really, really cool. Oh, and I would say hurt in the score because why does he take the freaking cotton out of his ears, dude? Like, you're going to need that.
For sure.
For later.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's the score and not the story, but it's the score.
Well, yeah. And the sound. I mean, the sound design was really, really good. Just everything.
Teacup is horrible.
Yeah. All of it was really good. One thing I love too, this is a little bit story, a little bit sound kind of. When they're like all at the party and stuff and he walks upstairs and just immediately everybody goes dead silent. Dude. it's so freaky.
It's
and
so freaky.
Cool.
Also, what's the point of that though? Like, what are they listening for?
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
I don't care because it's such a chilling scene. But what are they listening for? And he's only like barely gone up the stairs and they just stop. It's like, I feel like he might have noticed that too.
Yeah, he would have noticed. Like for sure he'd be like, why did everybody stop talking?
Yeah, really like seem to hear how he walks. I don't know. Yeah,
I know, yeah.
I couldn't figure it out, but so good. Vibe.
Okay, vibe.
Ooh.
You go.
200.
Yeah, 200?
Yeah,
okay.
200. This is going to be a really high-scoring movie for me.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 199.
Okay.
The only reason I'm taking anything off is like the things that I mentioned basically with the story, the police stuff. But
I think you've given 3 movies 199 now because you did Chronicle and was Everything Ever All at Once 199 or was that 200?
That might have been 199 as well.
Yeah.
How did the mom die? Did she die?
Yeah, remember she stabs him through the hand, and then and then he takes it out
into her
and
head.
Stabs into her head.
So cool,
dude. I loved, and that's it. Kind of was like Chronicle, where there was no like bloody parts to it, and then all of a sudden he hits Jeremy twice, and you're like, oh man, that was brutal, and then he just stabs the dad with the deer, and then like.
The deer stab was like one of my favorite movie deaths.
Oh yeah.
It like goes like
amazing.
Chronicle skewering deer to the throat.
Compilation of arrows being shot in Avatar.
I'm just gonna make a compilation of every time somebody gets skewered by something and be like, hey you guys, I'm like not psychotic, but here are my favorite movie deaths. And it's all just people getting stabbed. That's me.
Oh man. Yeah.
But I liked the choreography too, which isn't really in any of these sections very much, but the kind of the fight choreography I think was very good.
Yeah.
I love when she stabs him through the hand and he just like at that point he didn't even care that he stabbed through the hand.
No.
And then I thought it was very cool because he kept trying to open the door and Jeremy kept like putting his foot on it to close it. And he kept trying to open it. I was like, dude, stop trying to open it. And then he goes to open it again. I'm like, you're an idiot. But he did it so that Jeremy would put his leg up and he stabs him in the leg. I was like, this is so clever.
I've seen that movie like 10 times and I was still like, dude, why are you going back for the door? I had forgotten that he stabbed him in the leg. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, when the grandpa, or I guess he's not the grandpa anymore, but his name's Andre, the guy at the end, when he shoots himself.
Oh, I know.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Which is it the whole brain that they're putting into the person, or is it just a portion of it?
It's majority. They keep a little portion.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, I mean, they don't like specify, but it's probably like, 90 to 98% of their brain is the other person. And then there's a little bit that's left of them. But she says it's like you're a passenger. So they know, they've seen everything that's been happening. So I think that's why he does it because...
I just realized why he does it. Because the Flash is temporary.
Yeah.
So he was going to go back to the grandpa, and he knew that.
Yeah.
And so that's why he did it.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized that.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it because he's like been in so much pain, but it's like now you're free. But like I just thought, I'm like, you're not free forever. Like you'll go back to it probably. Yeah. Well, does she have to rehypnotize?
I mean, that's what they do with Andre.
Or does it just kind of fade back into you're hypnotized?
I don't know. They don't really explain. When they do the Flash and he screams, "Get out," she pulls him in and you assume that she hypnotizes him again.
Yeah.
But I would assume where majority of his brain is in there, I would assume that over time you would just kind of go back, but it might be just straight hypnotism because she's the one that first puts him in the sunken place. So obviously they have to be put in there. So yeah. I'm not quite sure.
This movie was awesome.
It was so good.
What do you think you gave it?
990.
You're probably close. Did you count? Craig, tell the truth. Craig's counting cards. Did you count? You knew.
I knew. I knew I'd give it 2 points off for the story and then 8 points off for the score.
See, here's the thing. I went to the doctor and he said, you have...
Is this a real story?
He said... What did he say?
When was this?
Oh, he said, you've got high blood pressure and short-term memory loss. And I said, at least I don't have high blood pressure. So here's the thing. I have pretty bad memory. And And so I don't remember like any of the scores that I gave it. I know they were all high. I'm going to guess that I gave it a 980. Oh, if you gave it a 990? Wait, 990 you gave
990,
it?
990, yeah.
I'm going to say I gave it a 980. It's 6 or 8 because I hardly ever give anything an odd score. Oh, except for, but I gave it a 199. I'm going to say 100 point. I gave it a 987.
Oh.
That's my guess.
I think it's lower than that.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
Oh, it totally is. I have Lexdesia. It's 978.
Oh, you were so close.
I know. That was actually originally, I think, what I was going to say. And then I was like, oh, no, I didn't. But I gave the story 189.
Better luck next time.
So, wow, I love this movie so much.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. This one, I was like, man, you have to like this movie. It's so good.
This is your highest scoring movie so far, by the way.
It is.
Right in front of The Impossible.
Yeah, I think you gave that a 980.
We're going to have to, we talk about Avatar every episode. We're going to have to go back and just do a recap. Everything Everywhere All at Once and Avatar Way of Water. We're going to have to go back and be like, hey, after thinking about it, we want to like change. I gave Avatar a 659.
Yeah,
that's like my second lowest movie behind freaking Cloverfield. Oh, The Grinch.
And The Grinch.
Low,
The Grinch is your lowest, I think. Or was Cloverfield your lowest? I think
Cloverfield's my lowest.
Like
419, which I stand by.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You gave it like a 900. No, 632.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not. The vibe's high,
I
but
know.
everything else is not super great.
Yeah.
Any other notes? Because I'm looking and I don't.
I should have taken more notes. Like I think I have more to say, but like I called basically the slavery thing. I called it like almost immediately.
Okay.
When the people showed up to the party, I said to Courtney, I was like, they're auctioning people off. That's what they're going to do. Yeah, I kind of
totally didn't know that.
I had like a hunch. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like everybody's old and white and stuff. And then when I saw all the chairs, because they had the chairs set up quite a bit before they went to do it, I was like, I know what's happening.
Yeah, see, the first time I saw that,
and I was like, oh, they are just playing bingo. And then people raised their cards, and I was like, I was right.
And it pans down, and you see his face.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my gosh, what is happening?
Yeah.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, it was so good. Do you have any last things to say?
No, that was all of my notes. Please see this movie.
Yeah.
It is worth it.
It is very worth it.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's not even, I wouldn't say like, wait till Halloween, because it's not really like it would be a fun movie to watch around Halloween, but this doesn't feel like something that would be more specific to Halloween, because there's some movies, I guess personally for me, because I'm not a horror person, I think of more horror movies just kind of for Halloween time and stuff.
Right.
This is more of like a realistic-ish thriller than it is like a horror movie. So,
yeah. This is one you can watch year round.
Yeah.
You don't need to watch it for Halloween.
It's so good. You guys, the acting is like probably some of the best acting you'll ever see in your whole life.
It really is.
For sure.
Honestly, just between Georgina and Chris and the mom, oh my gosh. It is just phenomenal acting.
I'm assuming you already know what the box office is.
No,
you don't
I
know?
don't. I know it did well.
Yeah, I would kind of assume that it did.
But I don't know if it did like super well, because this was Jordan Peele's first movie.
Oh, this was the first one? Was it this and then Us and then Nope?
And then Nope, yep.
Does he only have the 3?
He only has 3.
I love his movies. I haven't seen Nope yet.
I haven't either.
We need to watch that.
I know it got a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience score was really high too. Oof. But I don't really know like if internationally it really did that well. So I'm kind of just going with domestic here.
Yeah.
345.
Okay.
Might be high, but it also might be pretty low.
345. Oh man. I'm like torn between like 4s or 2s.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say I'm always too high, man. 400 feels really, really high for a movie like this.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to go that. I'm going to go 309.
Okay, 255, which that's really respectable. I mean, The Lost City was like 190
I guess
something.
that's true. I just like, I think about the $1 billion movies, you know, but it's like, there's not that many of them. There's 50.
There's 51.
$51 billion movies. There's like a bajillion movies that exist.
I know, but you think about some of them that are in there, like Jurassic World Dominion.
Yeah. But those are also, a lot of those are from a franchise of some sort. But you know, almost all of them.
It shouldn't matter.
With like the exception of Titanic. But it does matter because there's brand loyalty. there's hype, there's story continuation, there's all sorts of stuff like that.
I know.
There's groundbreaking visual effects, there's stuff like that. This didn't technically have any of those things, right? It was just a new movie by a guy.
A new guy.
A new director.
That people only knew from Key and Peele.
Right.
And we're like, yo, you're making a scary movie?
It partially surprises me that it didn't do better because of that, because it's like almost like the intrigue of like, oh, I thought you were a comedian and now you're like writing and directing like a scary movie. Like,
I don't know if he really pushed
about?
like, I'm the guy from Key and Peele.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, Key and Peele.
It's Key and Peele, Craig.
Key? Okay.
Sorry.
That was Key. You don't really...
Every kiss begins with Key.
You don't really know their full names. You know, I mean, I know Keegan-Michael Key. Key, sorry.
It's Key.
And
you use a K to get in your house?
Okay,
tell me the truth.
Gosh.
Crag?
Yeah.
Krieg?
Kragan.
Kragan?
The Cregan.
Cregan?
But so even if they saw like Jordan Peele, they might not have known it was him.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they just know the face. So
that's true. What did you say it got?
255.
255.
Yep, 255.
Hey, I won one.
0.7. You did.
Oh my goodness.
So proud of you. Everybody remembers that I won Avatar. So, and I do have on the record that, you know, whoever wins gets a prize. And just so y'all know, I have yet to get a prize.
I said that once it leaves theaters, you get your prize. Because, like, what if it's on the still record, in theaters and then people start suing and getting their money back for their tickets? Like, I don't know.
They just miscount. And it's like exactly 145.
They miscount? Was this a U.S. election? Jeez.
They forgot to count the mail-in ballots.
Of the dead people?
Oh, man. Okay, well.
Love this movie.
So good.
I love it.
So good.
So good.
Yeah. Man, you're gonna be introduced to some good scary movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I like the cool ones.
Okay. Except for I'm kind of scared.
Some are definitely more scary than, because this one's really not scary.
Yeah.
But it's a good introduction. Well, we'll be here next Friday.
With something.
Another we don't February know movie. Who knows?
Been a crazy February.
Yeah. Could be, you know, Game Night or Annihilation. Who really knows? We'll
probably have a bonus episode coming up sometime.
Yeah.
And it's going to drop out of nowhere. Nobody's going to see it coming.
Yeah, I like that.
So.
That's cool. And we'll hold it back for only those who have subscribed. Just kidding. We're not actually doing that.
You have to go to a secret link on our Patreon that we don't have. If you'd like to subscribe, go ahead and click on the subscription link in the show notes.
Yep.
Please hit the subscribe or follow button on your podcast app. Leave a rating, leave a review. Follow us on Instagram, on TikTok.
Yep.
Join us on the Discord where we have conversations about movies. And we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah.
This has been Right, everyone. A carnivorous tarantula is on Neptune. Totally. I might eat. See you guys next week.
I was like, wait, that's the end though.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, you guys. We'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
Bye.